This is the Metal Queens podcast. I'm Steve Richards. On this episode of the MQP, it is Kiri from the band Artificial. They're in the Netherlands, female fronted band that redefines alternative rock with a unique fusion of synth and metalcore influences. Their music, deeply rooted in personal and sometimes traumatic experiences, resonates with raw emotion and authenticity. The name Artificial symbolizes the band's ability to craft deeply emotional and authentic music from these experiences, much like creating something profound and genuine from synthetic elements. Kiri's been with Artificial since 2020. Happy to have you here on the Metal Queens podcast. Welcome.
Yes, thank you. I'm so happy to join.
It's great to have you here. So tell me a little bit about your background in music. Was it in your household growing up? How did you get into music?
Yeah, I've always loved music. My dad, especially, is really fond of it. He has a very broad taste in music. So growing up, we would listen to, yeah, from the Beatles to Metallica to even some Cradle of Filth he
Hmm.
sprinkled on. So, yeah, and that my music taste is also very broad. And yeah, I really like that. I really can like the softer side. I like the harder side, and I like also the more electronic music now. So yeah, that's really nice. And my grandma was a singer. She sang in church. But other than that, yeah, not really any musicians really in my family. I was always singing. And when I was younger too, my mom was like, "Well, you should totally go do something with instruments too, maybe." So we had like an introduction class where you had all of these different instruments that you could try, and I liked the guitar because I could play it and, sing with it. So I tried to get lessons. I failed miserably because it was too boring and it was just reading the notes, and yeah, it was too slow. I just wanted to rock out and play some chords and sing. So I ended up teaching myself with some YouTube tutorials because the guitar I already had. So yeah, when I was a teenager, I just sat in my bedroom and tried some. And I am not at all a great guitar player, but I do so know some notes and some songs, so that's nice. But singing has always been my main instrument. Um, and I did some performances when I was a kid. I was super anxious and scared, and I even did, yeah, we have like this group for children, and I auditioned for it, and it was really popular at the time, but I was too scared, and they said, yeah, you're just too scared, and you cannot, compete with the others. Fair enough. But look where I am now, having
Yeah.
fun with artificial stage multiple times a month. So now I think I've come a long way, but yeah, no, it's good.
You have, yes. So, speaking of Artificial, you've been with the band, as I mentioned, since 2020. How did you get together with these guys? Did you know them?
Yeah, I knew Stan, which is the guitarist who also screams. We were friends, and they had a vocalist. I auditioned before actually. They chose a different vocalist, but she quit after, I don't know, a few months or a year maybe. Um, and then I was like, well, they hit me up and they were like, "So, Kiri, are you still, available?" And I was like, "Well, definitely." So, yeah, very excited to come together. And then COVID came around, so we couldn't do anything. But yeah, still we exchanged some music. We were getting somewhere. And after COVID, we finally could be practicing together. We then mostly did some punk covers. We started going into more rock, more metal. Um, but it fully took off when the last band member who joined, Bart, that's the bass player, when he joined, that's like 3.5 years ago, I think, maybe 4 years. And that's our final formation. And yeah, we started writing our own songs, and now we have quite a few songs out already. So yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, and a new EP, which we're going to talk about in a moment. So you're no longer the new person in the band. The bassist is the most recent
Yeah,
addition.
yeah.
So, Carrie, what was it like joining an existing band? Did you know right away when you rehearsed with them the first time, played a song together, that there was some chemistry?
Yeah, yeah, we're also very close friends now. I mean, in the beginning, we didn't know each other that well, of course. But I did feel like I was in a few bands before, and that felt like loose elements. And did this felt like more of a, I don't know, like they were already friends, and yeah, they've been through stuff together. So that's nice. It's more like a family that you step into than just some random people put together and making music. And now I also really feel like we've grown so close, and yeah, we are really there for each other. So that's, yeah, that's really nice. We have a nice bond.
How do you think the sound of this band has changed now with you being a part of it?
Well, like I said, we did pop punk in the beginning, which is also really fun. But the lyrics, because I write most of the lyrics that I'm writing are not really pop punk material, I guess. And we wanted to incorporate some screams, because in the beginning we also didn't have that with our first few songs. We didn't have any screams yet. Um, but Stan really was developing, the screams and trying out. Um, and I don't know, it's we really naturally went for the more heavy stuff. We played some Beartooth, we played some Bad Omens, and then we were like, okay, covers are nice, but we want to create something ourselves. And that's when we just, yeah, went with some lyrics that I had. Bart made some instrumental, and yeah, it all came together. And slowly we went into finding our sound and finding more like, okay, so these bands are the bands that we like, and these elements are the elements that we like. So how can we incorporate this in our own music? So yeah, that's how it
So,
went.
so if you ran into somebody on the street there in the Netherlands and they had never heard of Artificial before, how would you describe the sound of Artificial to someone who's never heard it?
I would say that, well, I always find our genre very complicated
Mm.
because we're listed under alt rock with metalcore influences. But if you put us next to metalcore, we're not metalcore. If you put us next to rock, we're also not rock because then we're more metalcore. So I would say we have a lot of metalcore influences. We have the synths, we have the screams, but we also have the raw feeling of emotion because that is something that's very important to us. We have these lyrics that are about trauma, about some kind of things that we went through, which we put into songs, and that can be, overwhelming sometimes, especially in the beginning, because there is this emotion that you still feel with them. But yeah, bringing that to the listener, you can get some kind of, yeah, you can relate maybe, you can feel the emotion. I think it's really nice to uh, see what trauma can become. It can become something very cool, if you ask me.
Mm.
And yeah, so it's raw, it's real, it's true, it's bangers.
Mm.
And also very personal and very intimate. We have a song Enough, which is, it's less of the synths and the everything we have usually, less of the sound wall, more intimate. And I think we're very diverse. So whatever you like, we might have a song for you for it.
Mm.
So yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned trauma. I'm assuming you and members of the band have gone through it. Has this been helpful for you with these songs?
Yeah, I mean, yes, it's been helpful because it gives me a lot of inspiration. Not saying that I wish I had more trauma because it's enough, universe. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
But no, but it is really helpful to write about these things and to A, get it off your chest, B, every time I play it, I sing it in front of an audience, it's also some kind of therapy. We have a song Avoid Me, which is about sexual trauma. And every time I sing that in front of an audience, or just at the rehearsal, but especially in front of the audience, it's like so empowering because I can see these people in the crowd who are like, yes, they know what I mean. I see people after the show who come up to me and are like, "Oh, I'm so sorry you went through this, but I can relate
Mm.
and this helped me." Yeah, that's what we're doing it for. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that has to be so rewarding when you get that feedback. It's
Yes,
so
absolutely.
worthwhile.
Yeah.
So the new EP and the two songs you mentioned are on this EP. The two songs you just mentioned.
No, no. The Water will be on the EP. Enjoy My Silence. Uh,
Paranoid, right?
Paranoid, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, and then two songs that we are still in the making of it.
All right. And this new EP coming out this fall, it's called Feels Human. So let's talk about Paranoid, a recent track you just dropped. What's the story
Yeah.
behind that song?
Um, well, the lyrics are uh it has a double meaning. Um, it's kind of about suicide. It's about like uh, um I'm standing on the edge and am I gonna take this step or not? Am I not? I don't want to quit. uh um and that can be very literal, like I'm on the edge of, I don't know, a bridge, and am I gonna jump or not? Am I gonna end it all or not? But it's also I'm gonna take a step to the future. I'm gonna grab my life and make something of it, or I'm just gonna, let the pain consume me. And yeah, that's kind of the idea behind this song.
Do you enjoy the songwriting process?
Yeah, definitely. It's very interesting sometimes. Um, because the instrumental is mostly made by the drummer and the bass player. They come up with something and they send it to me, and sometimes there are some lyrics in there because Bart had some kind of idea of how it should go, or like melody wise, or like a theme. But I like it when I know nothing, when I have no influence or of what kind of theme soever, and I just listen to it and I get some kind of feeling like, oh yeah, okay, this is I get the feeling of this emotion or this memory or whatever. And then from there I write some shitty lyrics probably because it's the first thing I write. And yeah, then at some point I listen to it more. I record some on my phone. Bart puts it in the project, and I listen to it some more. And then I'm like, okay, no, this is terrible. We'll make that into this. And so we keep on writing and making it better until it's finished. And yeah, no, I really like that. Yeah.
When you put a lot of work into a song and it's a bit of a struggle to write a song and you spend a lot of time going back and forth with the band, when you perform it for the first time, do you hear the work that went into it?
Yeah, I do, and it's always, I have to say, I'm always kind of nervous about playing it for the first time
Mm.
because, yeah, it's fresh, it's new. Especially we have one song on EP that's called Panic Room. That's not out yet, but we have been playing it live. And at first, we didn't have a backing track that was finished because we didn't record the song. So it was very empty compared to the other tracks that we have and that we played live. And we also got some feedback from our friends or my partner that comes with us. He's like, yeah, all the other songs are finished, but this one is just not there yet. And it's really nice when it is finished because now we recorded it, the backing track is finished. So when we play it live now, it actually, lines up with the other songs. And yeah, it sounds really good. And then it's also the vocal melody is sometimes, a little bit searching for it when we play it live. But when we recorded it, I know what I'm doing. And I also know because I do like to, when I sing it live, I like to differentiate. I like to experiment with some other ad libs or whatever. So that gives me room to play. And yeah, no, I think that's really nice. And then you hear it all together. And when we see the videos back, we're like, yeah.
Mm, yeah. Kiri, what's the metal and music scene like in the Netherlands?
Yeah, it's kind of big, I'd say. It's a little underground, maybe, on one hand. On the other hand, yeah, it's not as big as in Germany, I would say, or in Belgium. But we have a couple of big festivals here as well, that are really nice. And I never went, but my bandmates, are going to them. So no, I think it's there. But we are a small country, and yeah, it's we have to spread out all the things we love. So, when I go to a metal concert, it's always booming. It's always people who are losing their shit, who are
Mm.
having fun, who are, yeah, definitely in the scene. And, you know, with us being a band playing with other bands, you get to know a lot of bands and you see more into the depth of the scene. And even though we play with a few bands more than once. There's so many bands out there who are in the metal scene and are trying to, climb the ladder. So no, I'd say it's definitely here.
Do you prefer playing in the clubs or a festival setting?
We don't have a lot of experience with festivals. We actually have one coming up in September. That will be our second festival. The first festival was in Groningen. And it was actually, I have to specify, during a festival and not on the festival. But I have to say that was a really stressful experience because we had a little of time to put everything there, and we have a whole light show to bring. So, we want to give some kind of quality. But yeah, we do have some extra build-up time. So we were very fast and we made it, but it was stressful. And then to play for only half an hour was like you blink and it's over.
Yeah.
Um, but it was really fun. And for now, we mostly played in clubs or in like smaller venues. And yeah, no, that's also nice. Yeah.
I was going to ask you about the custom light show that Artificial does too. How involved are you with that?
Um, Sometimes when we take it down, I help, but that's kind of my only involvement there. No, Stan, our guitar player who also grunts,
He's
screams.
the light guy, right?
Yes,
He's the light
yes.
show guy.
Yes, yes. He put everything up in his house for weeks. He made everything. He's engineering all the we have something coming up for our EP show. That's gonna be awesome. But he's gonna do all the technical things about that. Um, so yeah, no, we have smoke machines with the like yeah, what is the fountains that go up. And they also are on a timing, so with some cue points in the songs, they will yeah, add to the show. So no, that's really awesome, and we get a lot of compliments, and especially because the lights at the venues that we play are sometimes, yeah, very boring.
Yeah.
So it's really awesome also for the crowd to have this extra element of lights that are programmed to the show. So yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. So along with the great tunes, you get a light show too at an
Yeah.
artificial show to look
Yeah.
forward to. All right, Kiri, we're going to wrap up with 5 questions for Kiri from the band Artificial from the Netherlands. The first concert you ever went to, who was it? First metal show.
Um, Metal show. It wasn't really metal, but I was a really big Avril Lavigne fan. And that was, I was really excited for that show. That was the first, well, it wasn't technically the first show that I went to, but it was the first show that I really wanted to go to. So I think that's the first one, yeah.
You mentioned Avril Lavigne. So, next question, your favorite female vocalist of all time?
Well, if you asked me 10 years ago, I would definitely say Avril Lavigne. But I also, my second favorite then also, but still now very high on the list, is Lacey Sturm from Flyleaf.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really love her sound. It's so unique, and I would recognize her voice anywhere. So yeah, that's definitely a big influence.
What was the first album you bought?
That was also Avril Lavigne, I think, Under My Skin.
A dream collaboration for you. Who would that be with?
Ooh. Anyone?
Anyone.
Damn, that's hard. I think maybe Bad Omens, because
Good
we have
one.
a lot of influences from them, and it's a male vocalist, and I think that would really match nice. So yeah, that would be cool.
If you weren't in music, what would you be doing?
Well, I am also a social worker, so yeah, I think I would just be doing that. Yeah.
With social work. That's great. Kiri from Artificial, they are on Instagram. You can get updates there on any shows coming up, and also the new EP, Feels Human. It is dropping this fall. Kiri,
Yes.
thanks so much for joining me.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And this is the Metal Queens podcast. Thanks for watching. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. I'm Steve Richards.